Bienvenidos y bienvenidas. Yo soy Said Ventura y esto es La Cartelera, un espacio dedicado totalmente al cine para platicar de los estrenos, de las películas que les recomiendo, de las que no les recomiendo, de las curiosidades del séptimo arte y una que otra entrevista que vamos a tener para ustedes en este videoblog que hago con todo el cariño y con todo mi amor para que lo disfruten y de verdad para que pasen un muy buen momento. Bienvenidos, esto es La Cartelera con Said Ventura. Y bueno, para iniciar este videoblog de la mejor manera, como ustedes ya saben, este 29 de enero se estrena La Quinta Ola en todas las salas de los cines aquí en México. Y bueno, yo me fui a Los Ángeles, California y tuve la oportunidad de platicar con los protagonistas de esta película. Así es, platiqué con Grace Moretz, platiqué con Alex Rowe y platiqué con Nick Robinson. ¿Cómo la ven? Lo primero que se me ocurrió preguntarles fue: ¿qué fue lo que te inspiró a convertirte en actor o en actriz?
I started at a very young age, so it really just started as like an extracurricular kind of fun thing to do on, besides school. Like it was really something that I did like along with soccer and ballet and things like that. So it eventually became my true love and passion when I was about probably 8 or 9 years old, 10 years old. That's really when I started to realize how much I loved it.
I just loved movies growing up, and yeah, so I think just a love of movies and a kind of a real strange, like obsessive kind of character who like everything that I was inspired by, I wanted to like delve into as much as possible. So I'd try and do and be lots of different things.
I think a lot of the films I grew up watching all inspired me to act, and I think that I just grew up watching movies and loving movies and getting immersed in these stories, and it was I just wanted to be a part of it somehow.
¿Cuál a tu corta edad crees que ha sido tu mayor logro en tu carrera como actor? What's your biggest accomplishment as an actor?
Wow, I think it was pretty crazy. Coming from the UK and being on my first class flight over to New York to go and test for the Fifth Wave with Chloe, it was a pretty crazy experience. So yeah, I'd say that was a pretty big accomplishment.
I think there's a lot of different accomplishments that you can have. I think there's never really one holy grail. I think there's a lot of smaller victories that you kind of accomplish throughout the day or throughout your career. And I don't know if I've found mine yet. I just want to keep doing the best work I can.
I think being able to make movies like The Fifth Wave is, these are kind of the huge accomplishments that I feel very, very attached to in my life, because being able to portray characters like Cassie is kind of a dream for a young actor, much less a young woman.
Yeah.
Because you don't really get offered many roles like this, so it's nice to be able to portray a character like this.
Ya específicamente con Grace Moretz, yo le dije que yo creía que uno de sus más grandes logros como actriz es que los fans del libro, es decir, los waivers, la pidieron a ella para que fuera quien interpretara a Cassie, la protagonista de esta película.
It's great. Usually when you are cast in an adaptation, the fans have such a specific view of what they think the character should be that usually most of the time you're not that welcomed into it, and you kind of have to prove yourself. Whereas, yeah, I was really, really lucky to be kind of welcomed with open arms by the waivers to be their Cassie.
También le pregunté a Chloe si había sido difícil para ella grabar esta película y por qué.
It was more just me building up the courage to be in the woods for that long. I think it's the most time I've spent in the woods before, because I have an issue with like spiders and insects. I love like the outdoors, I really do. I just have an issue with the things that live in the outdoors. So it was more building up the courage to go and do that.
Específicamente a Nick Robinson y a Alex Rowe les pregunté si creen que sería difícil con esta película satisfacer a los fans del libro.
Well, I think that this movie does a very good job, actually, of staying true to the original story by Rick, and I think that the fans, if they're a fan of the book, that hopefully they'll like the movie. And I think that if you've read the book, it's very helpful watching the movie to fill in all of the missing, not the missing, but just all of the background information. And I hope that I sincerely hope that if they liked the book, that they'll like the movie.
The fans of the book.
Yeah.
I think that was always kind of the first point of call to kind of make sure that those fans would be happy, you know, and try and keep the script and try and keep the movie as true to the book as we can. So I think the amount of work that's gone into it from Jay Blakeson, from the producers, from Chloe, from Rick Yancey kind of being involved as well and making and helping to make sure that it stays true to the book. I think the fans will be happy, and all the twists that are in the book are as hard hitting in the movie as they are in the book, I think.
Tanto Nick Robinson como Alex Rowe tienen personajes bastante intensos. Les pregunté cómo se habían preparado para poder interpretar estos papeles.
Well, we did a lot of training. We did a lot of boot camp and hand-to-hand combat and like weapons training, and also I guess we tried to play a little bit of football beforehand, even though those parts didn't really make it in. I think that's probably for a reason. I basically just tried to be Ben Parrish is a badass, so I tried to channel that as much as I could.
I prepared physically by kind of doing a lot of farm boy exercise, so lots of like hammer throwing and like lifting sacks and all that kind of stuff. Because he's obviously grown up on a farm his whole life, so he's kind of got this real, like inner strength, like deep, real strength. Eating lots of farm stuff, but mainly it was kind of the preparation for the fighting, and then also kind of just talking through things with Chloe and Jay and trying to get to the bottom of who he was.
Les pregunté si creían que ellos en su vida real tenían algo en común con los personajes que interpretan en esta película.
I would say our kind of familial love is something that we have in common, our kind of strength and courage for our family and protecting our family and defending our family. That's really what I found most connected to me about Cassie.
I think like I grew up doing lots of manual labor too. So as far as like I worked in construction and I worked like as a handyman and all these different kind of things, and I think he would have grown up with quite a physical background also. So we kind of have those things in common. Even though I grew up in the city and he grew up on a farm.
What does Zombie and you have in common?
Zombie and I? Well, ask me that in the morning maybe. We have a lot in common. I think that Zombie is someone who's really looking for a purpose. He's looking for a meaning, and I think that anybody can relate to that. Trying to find something in life that calls you, and so I guess we have that in common.
Cassie, el personaje interpretado por Chloe Grace Moretz, es una chava guerrera y que lucha por conseguir lo que quiere y por llegar hasta donde ella se ha propuesto. Yo le pregunté a Chloe si ella en su vida, como Casey, era una guerrera. Are you a fighter as Cassie in your life and as an actress?
I would like to say so. I think I am. I think she's one of the most courageous, strong, independent women I've seen before. So I would love to say I am as close to Cassie as I can be.
Platicando con Nick, primero Jurassic World, ahora La Quinta Ola, que es una de las grandes apuestas de Sony Pictures para este año. ¿Qué sientes tú como actor y como persona al ser considerado en ese tipo de películas que son grandes realmente, que son de gran producción y que todos sabemos que van a ser un éxito? Y lo sabemos aún sin ser estrenadas.
It's been interesting. I didn't really dip my toe in. I kind of just did a cannonball, and I just tried to, immerse myself as much as I could. And it's been an incredibly interesting learning experience. And I'm excited to see. What happens next. Yeah.
Chloe Grace Moretz es una de las actrices más populares en nuestra época. Es uno de los talentos jóvenes que de verdad ha ganado fama internacional de una manera impresionante. Yo le pregunté, debido a que ha sabido interpretar todo tipo de papeles, ¿cómo es que ella decide o qué es lo que tiene que tener un personaje para que a ella le llene el ojo y decide interpretarlo en una película?
Dimension. I think that's something that I would say a character has to have. You know, the fact that she starts off as this girl that you wouldn't be able to really say where she's going. You know, you wouldn't be able to like, oh, well, she's going to go, you know, hopefully defeat the fifth wave and be one of the strongest characters in the story. Like, when you first meet her, she seems like a typical average everyday girl. So it's just nice to see that, you know, it's not always, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Alex Rowe y Chloe Grace Moretz tienen un mensaje para todos los waivers, para todos los fanáticos de la quinta ola de estos libros que ya están ansiosos y desesperados por ver la película en todos los cines.
Hope that you guys enjoy it. We've all tried really hard to emulate the book as much as possible, and it's exciting and fun, and go and watch it.
Yeah, enjoy the movie, and I hope you love it as much as I love the book, and they love the book. I hope you're proud of it as I am.
Esto fue lo que yo pude platicar con Chloe Grace Moretz, Alex Rowe y Nick Robinson, protagonistas de la quinta ola. Esta película que es una gran apuesta de Sony Pictures para este año y que estoy seguro que a todos los chavitos, a todos los adolescentes y jóvenes que gustan de este tipo de tramas, les va a encantar. Es una película con una muy buena producción. Es una muy buena adaptación del libro al cine y tiene buenas actuaciones, entonces creo que todos vamos a quedar satisfechos y creo que realmente va a ser un éxito en pantalla y creo que, bueno, los va a dejar contentos a todos. Espero hayan disfrutado estas entrevistas, espero hayan disfrutado el videoblog del día de hoy, el estreno de la cartelera con Said Ventura. Recuerden que podemos estar en contacto más directo a través de las redes sociales. Twitter, @Said Ventura. Instagram, Said Ventura. Facebook.com/Said Ventura. Denle like al video, suscríbanse al canal, comenten y compartan para que todos lo puedan ver. Nos vemos la próxima semana con más información de cine, con los estrenos, con comentarios, con recomendaciones y todo lo que quieran saber del séptimo arte. Yo soy Said Ventura. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Como dice Terminator, hasta la vista, baby.
Hola, Mexico. Keep watching La Cartelera.